fuck a little friend of a friend. All through say I'm tryna fuck. Dick jammed up, think I'm out of luck. Went home, then roll me a blunt. That hurt my feelings, I'm not gonna front.
Hey, hey guys, welcome back to a video. Me and my dreads, but I was eating my Chipotle. Mind the bed too. Oh, that's a bad look. Fuck the bed. Don't even look at the bed. Don't you fucking dare look. But I was eating my Chipotle, right? And then I was watching Lebron's podcast, and I was just reacting myself, just to myself. So I was like, fucking, let me record. So fucking just like a little mukbang reaction type shit. Let's watch it.
All right, one block on that side.
I can picture a basketball court, yeah.
We're doing it for the viewers. I'm not questioning JJ's expertise.
No, I know what you're saying.
First day of training camp, we had that whole thing taped off. The bigs were not allowed to run in between the Mack truck lane. From the first day of training camp all the way to game one. Prohibited. You're not allowed to, and if I'm bringing the ball up and the big is behind me, he can't cross the court. He has to run wide behind. This is all. Spo is like, yeah, he's that damn good.
Some Twitter sleuth will correct me on this, and I will.
Bro, this shit do sound legendary. But some of this shit I heard already, I'm like, bro, LeBron gotta be capping on most of this shit. Because you know how he was capping? You know how he be capping about reading books and shit? Like, he'll say he'd be like, yeah, it's a good book. Hold time the book upside down. You know what I'm saying? Some dumb shit. So, I believe what he's saying a little bit. He's so fucking great to his podcast. This is the only podcast that I'll probably religiously watch. Cause like, this is the fucking dope. No dick ride. And the way he talked, like, I really don't hear this nigga talk. He don't have shit to say most of the time. So that's why it's good that he has it on my podcast or whatever. So yeah. But some of the shit, you gotta be careful.
Accept it if I'm wrong. But in my mind, when I think of 5 out or delay, I think of the Miami Heat with Chris Bosh. As maybe it wasn't the originator, but the first time I'm like, oh, this is different and this is happening, was the Miami Heat with Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
And it changed everything.
It changed everything. Changed the whole team. Then we added Ray. Added Shane. Added Mike Miller. We added the spacing. And CB could pass. He could rebound and push. There wasn't many fives at that time that was rebounding and pushing the break. You see it all the time now.
Right. You see Bam. Bam does it.
Bam does it all the time.
Yoke, of
yeah,
course.
The MVP of the league. Yoke does it. It's like CB was pushing the break. Okay, if he ain't have nothing early in trans, boom, right to a DHO. Second side, swing. Like, he was just smart. But I mean, obviously, when you move from one position where you're so dominant, you think of CB in Toronto where he mainly played the 4. Almost probably 95% of the time played the 4 and averaged 25 and 10 or 12.
I thought just like an ASMR.
He knew in order for us to reach our potential, one, I had to break.
The ball exclusively went through him in the mid-post.
Every single time.
On either block, really.
Yeah.
But it's remarkable that he changed that.
Yeah, he changed that.
I want to, before we talk more spacing, I want to touch on one last thing with the Heat. And that is, I feel like in the NBA, the phrase super team or the term super team is a little bit of a misnomer. Because you can have a big 3, right? You still need 4 or 5 ancillary role players
Absolutely.
who star in their role and then complement the stars.
No question about it.
And it doesn't work. It doesn't work unless you have those guys. And you've lived it multiple times.
I've lived it. I mean, obviously my first year in Miami, yeah, we had a big three. And everyone said it's a super team this, super team that. But we had to build our team around all minimum guys, which was still okay, but we didn't fill out the complimentary guys enough. Yeah, we had Rio, we had Udonis, but we didn't have enough as far as enough complimentary guys to actually make it all work. And we still made it to the finals. And we still probably should have won the finals, but I still give credit. Listen, it is what it is. You win and you lose, and we lost. There's no, Dallas was fucking good, and they hit a stride at the right time. Dirk was unbelievable. But my second year, we was able to grab some complimentary players and role players that really just, I'm talking about super.
To be honest, I don't agree. Because look, you should be able to, as the LeBron James of the world, as the best player that ever had laid his feet upon a basketball court, anybody, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to make your teammates better. I don't know why nobody's talking about that. I don't feel like LeBron has ever had the ability to make his teammates better. To be honest, let's be honest, JR was already him. Shumpert was already him. And even, you can make an argument here. The guys, anybody, any NBA player, you play with LeBron, you getting worse. No, I'm not any player, but AD, it's not gonna apply to the superstars. It applies to the stars, maybe the all-stars too, even when he had Brandon Ingram on his team, all these young guys, every time somebody playing with him, they can't develop under him. Now remember, I don't know if Kyrie and him played 1 year and then they stopped playing or what happened or whatever the case was, but you cannot tell me that the Kyrie when Bron left was worse than the Kyrie when LeBron was there. You can't tell me that with LeBron's team at first he was as good as he was without LeBron. You can't tell me he wasn't, because he he was hella good. He was way better than he was with LeBron. And then when LeBron came back, that's when Kyrie was at his peak, and that's how they won the championship. Whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? He renders players development because he's LeBron. He's the best player in the world, so these players are not gonna be really able to develop. They're gonna be really 3-and-D type guys. Really, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like that's what I feel like. And then yeah, but I'm saying he got three all-stars on his fucking roster. I don't see how he felt like they were under. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you couldn't just make your teammates better throughout the season. And you had 3 superstars. That's a super team, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Because when you're not on the floor, Wade's on the floor. When Wade is not on the floor, Chris Bosh is on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So you can't tell me it's 3 superstars. I don't know how that's unfair, nigga. It shouldn't matter, bro. That's 3. Bro, y'all all could have, you know what I'm saying, been on the floor the whole game. There probably wasn't a point in none of you guys' games where there was none of you guys on the floor. That's what I'm saying. There's no way you couldn't. You had chances, bro. That's Dirk fucking Nowitzki. He's fucking good, but he can't move like that. He's not I don't get how you let that nigga. He's a GOAT, and I'm just saying, I don't get why LeBron didn't just D that nigga up. But it's cool.
Superstars in their roles. And it goes back to my first year in Cleveland. Yes, we got Kevin out of a trade. We lost in the finals. We wasn't really whole to unlock everything.
But I do agree with him at the same time. That first year, when your first year on the team, you shouldn't be expected to win the finals because you guys haven't meshed together and you guys haven't built that team chemistry. So he is right about that. Don't get him wrong on that.
We wasn't whole enough to unlock everything. Then we was able to add Channing Frye, add Richard Jefferson to that second team.
Yeah.
Add those guys. And then the experience that we had from the year previously. You know, JR got better and Shump, you know, and obviously we were healthier. You know, Kyrie goes down in the finals and, you know, busted kneecap, and Kev obviously separated shoulder in year one. But you're absolutely right. The complementary guys are ultimately the ones that will help you win the championship for sure.
Yeah,
and classified as a real super team.
Right. So I think you know the goal of this show is to really just like talk about.
And then he left. He doesn't want to talk why he left. I want to hear out his mouth. I want to hear like his process of leaving good situation. Cause I seen that nigga video. His name Jimmy. He always has that beat. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It's like Jim Hart. I don't know. If you know it, put it in the comment section. Shout out to him, bro. I watch his videos. But fuck, I fucking lost what I was talking about. Fuck. Hold on.
We both live online. Let's be honest. We live online. We're well aware of all the
thing. We wasn't whole enough to unlock everything. Then we was able to add Channing Frye, add Richard Jefferson to that second team.
Yeah.
Add those guys. And then the experience that we had from the year previously. You know, JR got better and Shump, you know, and obviously we were healthier. You know, Kyrie goes down in the finals and, you know, busted kneecap, and Kev obviously separated shoulder in year one. But you're absolutely right.
That's what I was talking about. I want to hear him talk about decision because he made a good point. The nigga that I just said, that nigga. He said that LeBron never gave like a situation a chance to develop. Like, think about it. Cavaliers. If he probably would have just stayed with that team and built around him, he probably would have won more championships than he has. Miami. If he would have stayed with Miami, you see where they're at right now? Imagine where they would be at if LeBron just stayed there. You know how many chips he would have? He probably would have more than motherfucking Bill Russell, nigga. Like, no cap. Like, he probably would have been a dynasty. If he just stayed in Miami, he could have been a dynasty. Then he went back to Cleveland. I don't know why I get why he left, because Warriors. No way he was gonna stay there. But yeah, I just want to hear him talk about that shit.
Complementary guys are ultimately the ones that will help you win the championship for sure.
Yeah,
and classified as a real super team.
Right. So I think you know the goal of this show is to really just like talk about basketball, right?
I love it.
And it's great. And I love it.
I love it.
And I could do it all day.
Yeah, me too.
You know, we both live online. Let's be honest. We live online. We're well aware of all the discourse. I have to participate in the discourse. And I said this.
I want to participate so much more.
I said this the other day.
Shit. He said he being quiet. I want him to. Because I know he has some good takes. I know he has some really good takes. I want to hear him. I want to hear some of his takes. Because it will mean so much more hearing it from the best player that ever lay a foot on a court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like the discourse has a place, right? It provides a level of entertainment.
Yeah.
And I get it. And I feel like sometimes I get annoyed at a couple keywords that get involved in the discourse. And we're not going to do this every episode. We're not going to do this. But I just on this point we're making about how a team works.
Yeah.
There's the word important. Who's the more important player for the Boston Celtics? Who's the most important player for the Boston Celtics? I also get annoyed with the word pressure, right? Those are the two words that drive me fucking crazy. Pressure in particular, because if you've like been around, you know that most guys in the NBA put an insane amount of pressure on themselves. That's why we all have fucking anxiety. Like, we all put so much pressure on ourselves. And the important word bugs me because the best player is always the most important player. It's very hard to win in the NBA if the player who has the most outsized impact isn't at his best.
Yeah, sure.
And no offense, 2011 is a great example of that.
Yeah, I wasn't at my best.
You weren't at your best, and you lost.
If I played anything like I did in the Eastern Conference Finals, we win.
But you could have been at your best, and the role players could have been bad. So, like, for me, this is why I get annoyed, because I'm like, yeah, like when I played on the Clippers, CP and Blake, they were the most important guys on our team. But DeAndre and I had a role, Jamal had a role, Matt Barnes had a role, Luke and Bob Mute the next 2 years had a role. Like, we all had an important role. And guess what? We put a lot of pressure on ourselves to actually play well and actually contribute to winning.
Yeah.
And I feel like we live in this fucking 2K world where we're like putting a roster together, and it's like, how can we put as many good players that don't even make sense together?
Yeah.
And it drives me crazy. So what's wrong with this team? Well, it's very simple. Basketball is a very organic thing, and the players and their skills have to complement each other. And Chris Bosh is a great example of that. The sacrifice to figure out, how can my skills, and maybe I have to develop some of those, you mentioned the three-point shooting, how can I figure out how to complement?
Right.
It's going to make me better, it's going to make LeBron better, it's going to make D. Wade better, and it's going to make our team better. And that's basketball.
And that's basketball. But that also comes from to go back to episode 1, basketball IQ as well. Him having the basketball IQ and the knowledge of saying, yeah, I could still be in Toronto averaging 25 and 12, but I didn't come here for that shit. I came here to win championships. And
I'm kind of high, my brother.
we fucking lost in year 1. What can I do to compliment my teammates, and what can I do to broaden my game out to where we don't lose in year 2? Fucking talk about growth mindset. And everyone's talking about, Chris Bosh was this before that. No one ever asked Chris Bosh about how he feels. Everyone just speaks for him. No one asked him how he feels.
For real.
He knew he was making a sacrifice. We all knew we was making sacrifices. But we knew what the fuck we all came together for, and that was to win championships.
Win championships,
and that's what we did.
Hey guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching Mind the Game podcast. If you like it, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that shit fire. I forgot I was recording until right now. Like, until I said what I just said just now, I forgot I was recording, bro. What the fuck? My fault. Bro, damn, it looked like I'm in fucking broad heaven. Looks like I'm in heaven with the Reverend. My brother. Alright, man. Oh, damn, it was 20 minutes. It's a long video, fuck. Well, if you like it, like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you want to see next. And peace, we're out. Just text, that like Jenga. Bitch the beast, a ring a Tenga. Hope I fall no Jenga.